Alrighty. So hello and welcome to Silent Hill, the short message. This was a Silent Hill game that dropped yesterday. This is the first Silent Hill game developed in 20 years. The first Japanese developed Silent Hill game in 20 years, I should say. It is developed by, I believe, a company called Hexadrive, which was a company that originally pitched Silent Hill 2 remake to Konami way back in the day. That unfortunately, didn't happen until Bloober Team came and decided they were going to try to pitch a Silent Hill 2 remake that got greenlit. Silent Hill is in a really weird spot right now. It's getting a brand revival. Konami is putting a lot of attention on it, but that has led to a lot of scattershot approaches to the material. There's Silent Hill 2 remake, which is being developed by Bloober Team, which I know is a very controversial project. I really don't have any words to say on that are gonna make people feel strongly one way or another. I don't love Bloober Team. I don't think they're great. But I also think that, maybe they'll do it okay. I'm not really that bothered by the RE engine mimicking of the remake. I don't think it looks good, but I'm not dooming about it either. If it comes out and it's bad, that's whatever. I think it's probably going to be bad in a really boring and mundane way. But in defense of Bloober Team, I think that every single one of the games that they have released has been better than the last game that they have released. So even though that does not set the bar very high, unlike a lot of people, I didn't hate the medium. I thought it was fine. No worse than most other horror things. So I think it's fine. We just played Silent Hill 2 on the channel, and Silent Hill 2 was full of combat in the original, so seeing all the combat in the remake is like, whatever, it's fine, doesn't bother me. So I'm not looking forward to that, and I think that their brand positioning on it is real weird and real tone deaf, but don't care, it's not gonna hurt me if it sucks. Then they announced Silent Hill F, which is the next fully adventure, fully rendered Silent Hill, Japanese developed Silent Hill game. And it's written by one of my favorite writers, Ryukishi Nana. They are a cool writer. They wrote Umineko no Naku Koro ni, Higurashi no Naku Koro ni, the When They Cry series. I believe one of the visual novels they wrote was called Loopers, which I have not read yet, but I hear is good. But there's just a lot of stuff going on with that, so that's neat. And I'm excited to play that. Then finally, they did their weird brand marketing thing with Bad Robot, Silent Hill Ascension, that everyone has discoursed to death. I think it's bad. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. It's not interesting to me, and I don't want to give it any press. That one sucks. Bart says, Toaster, can I ask you if you played this game before, or are you just starting it from the beginning? It just came out yesterday, so I've never played this before. White Mage Boar said, oh boy, is this the one written by ChatGPT? No, that's Silent Hill Ascension. This is a new game. And this is an interesting game. So, if you have been in the games industry at all, you will know that this game is Konami's worst kept secret. Original screenshots and footage of this game were leaked by Aesthetic Gamer, also known as Dusk Golem, about, I want to say 4 years ago, 3 years ago maybe, and that made the rounds. And this was before the Silent Hill 2 remake was announced, before Konami had announced that this was going to be a thing. Doomwolf says 2 years ago. What I'm telling you is that it actually leaked, I think, a little bit earlier than that, but it was behind closed doors. So only some well-connected people on the internet who are surrounded by Dusk, or who surround Dusk, really got to know about a lot of this. This thing has been on people's minds for years, 4 genuine years. The first time I saw it was early pandemic. Like very, very early pandemic. Like maybe right when I moved to Los Angeles, maybe right beforehand. So it was not out making the rounds yet. But that's where a lot of these rumors of Konami making a Silent Hill game Konami revisiting the franchise came from. But then it just disappeared. Like, it just didn't go anywhere. No one knew anything about it. It was never announced. And then I think roughly 6 or 7 months ago, this game got raided by the Korean ESRB or something. Really weird. And it still didn't come out. And now it's finally out. Hex, Raph says, was it always supposed to be free to play? I have no idea. All I saw was concept art. All I saw was renders of characters. It's all these same characters, all this same renders. There's environment footage that I saw back years ago, from my connections in the industry. So it's weird that it's coming out now, and it's also extra weird that this game is supposedly only like 2 hours long. It's very strange to me that this game that was leaked like 3 or 4 years ago is only 2 hours long. That implies to me that Konami's really been sitting on this for a long time and trying to figure out how to position this. And so that's weird. That's just weird. So yeah. Sorry, I dropped something. Give me a moment. But yeah, I just don't really know what this game is. And I don't really understand what their positioning is on it, so I'm excited to give it a try. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. If you feel that you are at risk of harakiri or self-harm, please seek medical and or professional advice, treatment, and or support from experts in the field of harakiri and self-harm prevention. I agree. If you need immediate assistance, please contact a local hotline or hospital. If you notice someone around you who appears to be struggling, try talking to them. One brave step can save lives. Link to various crisis hotlines. It is responsible of them to put this in the game. I actually am happy that they did this.
Seeking a connection with others is a sign of weakness. It's running away. The strongest animals don't form groups. They act alone and need only themselves to survive. Those who betray themselves to fit into a group are pathetic. There's no beauty in living like that. I want to be strong on my own, without a group. If there were only someone who would understand that, to adult me.
Weird that they read the postscript there. That was a little odd. Oof, frame rate. Chugging. Character models don't look bad. I have no concept of what this game will look like or play like. Oh, it's first person? Is it PT? Are we doing PT again? Sure look like it.
But wasn't I just...
I want to show you something. Can you come to the villa? Huh. That's interesting. I'm not, That's very interesting. We'll have to see.
Oh, yeah. Maya told me to come here.
Can I look at stuff? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the controls real quick. It feels very PT-esque already. Can't interact with anything. Don't have any buttons or anything, so. Let's open. Let me know if the volume's too low or anything. Seems like it's fine. Thief. Welcome to the city of no hope, you suck. Blue says, you're PT cute, haha. Villa. Indentagen der Brillanz. Is this German? Are we in Germany? Why is there English in Germany? This looks like the Silent Hill sign as well.
This model. Is it this building?
Huh. What the heck? 4267 free. Freedom 564213. I should write this down. Where is my notebook? Gonna have to grab that from the table across the room. There we go. Okay. All right. Interesting. Wonder what the hell that is. I'm already feeling like we're getting puzzles, so that's gonna be interesting. Jake Heat says, using a phone as a flashlight is so funny to me. Also hella relatable. Yeah. I'm writing this code down. 564213. All right, cool. I like that I'm already taking notes. Der Plan zur Erneuerung von Kettenstadt. A plan to rebuild Kettenstadt, an overview. Kettenstadt, a town with a long history as a thriving border stronghold. In recent years, those in their 20s have begun leaving en masse, causing concern. The aim of this wide-scale project is to rebuild Kettenstadt and restore its former glory with the help of Chinese investment firms. Huh. The theme is revitalization. The abandoned properties developed by Japanese corporations in 2008 have long been a problem. But by repurposing them, we can cut costs substantially and better realize our vision for a new Kettenstadt. Is this just talking about Silent Hill? Is Kettenstadt Silent Hill? But is that German for Silent Hill? But it's funny, it's like, with Chinese investment, we get a lot of money to fix things that haven't happened because the Japanese corporations that abandoned it in 2008.
Wow. So this place didn't always suck. Our parents dreamed of this?
Huh. Notes. Oh, I have a notes tab. Interesting. This is very RE Engine so far. It is definitely a thing they were trying to do with Silent Hill 2 remake as well. Plans to rebuild Kettenstadt have suffered yet another major setback as instability caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Huh. Gonna COVID mention here. Has reduced interest from foreign investors. Previous plans to jumpstart the town failed to materialize, owing to the monetary instability caused by the 2008 global financial crisis, which forced the plan to involve Japanese corporations and financial institutions to be reconsidered. 2 attempts to rebuild, 2 failures. Due to unfortunate external circumstances, Kettenstadt has struggled to bounce back with an increased unemployment. The city council is considering ways to revitalize the economy by drawing skilled experts to the area, but as of yet, no effective measures have been implemented.
Everyone's losing their futures. That's all adults are. A slave to the system.
Ooh, she's got edgy thoughts. She's read a Tumblr post that summarizes Marx. Let's see. Unpronounceable says, if you translate it, it means chain city. Okay.
Where are you, Maya?
Thug life. Release your soul. No good news.
Oh, great. It's locked.
I would not walk around here. I don't need whatever's waiting around here. Hitagenplan. I like how there's German, but then you are here, hallway, courtyard, stairs, villa, all in English. All of the labels are English. That doesn't actually bother me very much. It is just funny. No exit.
I'm trapped. I've always been trapped.
I'm sure there are people out there who think that this dialogue is cringe, but I have met teenagers that are this self-absorbed, so it reads as sincere to me. This is extremely RE Engine Resident Evil 7 feeling already, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I guess take from good inspirations. Notice of provisional meeting to all Villa residents. We have received many inquiries about the management of this building after the recent news. We would therefore like to hold a meeting to explain our policies more formally. We hope you can find the time to attend. I can try to attend, no promises. I don't really want to hang out at an HOA meeting, but I mean, if I have to. I go in here? Is there anything down this hall? They just close automatically behind me. Unpronounceable says just because there are people like this doesn't mean it's cringe. It's not cringe. Oh, it is. I mean, it's remarkably cringe. I'm just saying it doesn't read as try-hard dialogue to me. It reads as someone doing an actually okay job of portraying a very self-absorbed teenager. I mean, I don't know if she's a teenager. She might be in her early 20s or something, but... Nothing else around here. We'll repaint it all. It's kind of cool. Kind of neat. Look at that. Pretty.
Did Maya do this? CB. Cherry blossom. That's Maya's signature. She's... amazing.
The city's a blank canvas, begging for us to paint it with our hopes and dreams.
Is this?
I want to show the hidden side of girls. Their impulses, their urges.
Is this live action footage or just really high detail? I really can't tell. This is live action for sure.
What are you hiding inside? Don't worry about what people think.
Yeah.
Be proud.
How could I ever be proud of myself?
Japanese lip sync? German lip sync, maybe? There was no option to change the language. Whoa, we have a phone. What the? I want to show you something. We already got that. Amelie. Amelie, you all right? You asleep? You still asleep? Sorry if I woke you up. Didn't see you at your job yesterday. Still not feeling good? You taking your meds? This is from us, right? Yeah, white text is them, blue text is us. Let's look at. Yeah, I can't change the voice acting, so interesting. Blue Abomination says, can you make out the Japanese reading the lips? No, I cannot. It doesn't seem like they're speaking Japanese. At least in the CG, I can't tell. It just seems like lip flaps. The live action looked like they were speaking English. It was just not timed right, so I'm not sure. To be clear, that was a thing on my end too, not in the recording, so we're good on that front. For a graffiti artist, spray paint and a blank wall are all you need. In Kettenstadt, the walls of a particular apartment building are the canvas for several artists, with a new piece showing up every day. Social media star CB features her work here. Given her passion for flowers, it's only fitting that her name is CB, which is short for cherry blossom. CB's art continues to captivate the hearts of the young. Interesting. Maybe of the youth? So we reached out to her for comment. Keeping her eyes fixed on her new piece, she had this to say. All I'm doing is showing what these girls feel on the inside but can't show on the outside. If any of them connect with a girl in the art, it's probably because they're experiencing the same thing. CB added that the flowers she depicts on the young girls she paints bloom out of the scars they bear. The flowers represent the girls overcoming past traumas, or at least their desire to do so.
How talented she is. I couldn't be more different.
I don't really see them blooming out of the scars, but I guess I can get that. I mean, I guess I get the symbolism after it's explained. I just don't think it's very visible in the art. Still, interesting. There's like crying baby noises. Oh yeah, spooky shelf baby. Ooh, I have to click in the right stick to zoom in. Oh, what?
Who's there?
Sorry for the late reply, I fell asleep. Don't worry about it. How you feeling? I'm okay. I can actually kind of get some rest now. Didn't mean to scare you or anything. Seriously, don't worry about it. All's good now. I'm still a little tired, but I'm gonna get up soon.
That's a relief.
Yeah, this is some of the concept art that leaked this room. Creep, insane, creep, loser, loser, creep, crazy, loser.
What's with this place?
English lip sync here. I think it might have just been a cutscene issue last time.
Oh, the sticky notes.
Loser. Stupid. Liar. Crazy. Cry baby. Ugly. I hate you, dumb. Go away.
She never said anything nice.
All right, mysterious setup. Who's she talking about? Is that Maya? Yeah, that was her name, Maya. You will never become anything. Child abuse, neglect, and Kettenstadt. A recent statistical survey has shown the rate of child abuse in Kettenstadt last year was nearly double that of the average in other developed nations in Europe. The recent economic strife and its resulting poverty are thought to be the cause. So is this an art installation?
Loved me.
All right. And she's talking about there was that child abuse thing. So is she connecting this to child abuse that she felt and her mother, you know, claimed she loved her or something? This is like the quote unquote like lies she told herself. You're delusional, insane, yeah, getting like gaslit and stuff. Pervert, you're delusional, blah blah blah. This, I mean, obviously there's the aspect of Silent Hill which is like, is this real or is this just a hallucination as we're losing our mind and reality is warping? But I'm gonna say, for the sake of narrative, right, it's actually kind of interesting to imagine this as an art installation that someone made in this art installation place that just happens to line up very coincidentally with her and brings out these issues, you know? That's kind of interesting. All right, let's see if her name's on the pill bottle. Wait, Midikoffs. I don't know what that means.
Antidepressants. I've taken enough medication.
All right, so it just becomes surreal immediately, I guess. Or she feels connected to it, like they just said. Hure? What does hure mean? What is that? Is it supposed to be whore? It's all your fault, freak, I hate you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, hey, it's PT. Cockroaches. 3 of them. Weren't there 3? Oh, there's 4 here. Never mind. Sure is German for hoe. Gotcha. And this is a thing.
This is all your fault. Bad things happen because of you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mom.
Okay. So, one of the things that's interesting about this, I say interesting, I just mean like from a choice perspective, is this chooses to just pretty much come straight out with a lot of the like, I don't want to say mystery, but like it's defining symbols already, which is something that Silent Hill 1 did not do. Silent Hill, like the first 4, they would play pretty coy with things. Like you would make it a pretty far way into the game before you really know what everything is. Whereas here it's like, oh no, she's got trauma for her mom in the first like 5 minutes, which is kind of interesting. Kaidesis says it isn't very subtle. Yeah, certainly not. I mean, we'll see if it develops, but it's just kind of interesting that it chooses to be like that right off the bat. What about you, Anita? Okay, our character's name is Anita. What? You didn't look so hot the other day. I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me. Well, obviously I'm gonna. I'm taking my meds. Meds are good, but what about therapy? That doesn't really do much, to be honest. Talking to adults doesn't help. Some of our classmates were hospitalized. You don't have to do this alone. I know, I'll let you know if I need anything. And those guys deserved it. Brutal. Jeez. They feel bad, you know, all of them. Is she saying they deserve it for, how do I, there we go. Oh, okay, so all of my notes go in here. That's convenient. Okay. Did they do something to her, maybe? They bully her or whatever? Petward says, I think that can be good. Figuring out the symbols and things can be fun, but I think there's potential in exploring those symbols post-definition. I agree. I think you need to strike a balance. And I'm not saying that this is doing it poorly already or anything like that. It's just, it's interesting to see surrealism juxtaposed against literally the reveal 5 minutes after the symbol, like the surrealism that like, oh, it's just her mom. It's her mom's abuse. So, ooh. Oh yeah, things have changed. So it's interesting. The creature in this game was designed by Masahiro Ito. And we got the flower motif from Silent Hill F here, which is kind of cool. Ooh.
What the hell just happened?
That's a cool checkpointing system. I like that.
Where am I? Am I safe? Where did it even go? What the fuck was that thing?
Interesting. You here? I'm in the studio. Maya? There's a monster here. Are you okay? Wait for text back, I guess. Man, her phone battery is gonna be dead soon if she's just walking around with her phone using it as a flashlight this whole time. Yikes. Let's look at the outside rendering a little bit. It's not terrible. Kind of moody. Teenage suicides continue at Infamous Building. A rundown apartment complex in Kettenstadt has become known for its suicides, with teenage girls jumping from its roof. There's no getting around saying it. YouTube is gonna just demonetize it. It's fine. With teenage girls jumping from its roof practically every year, despite repeat events, the building, abandoned ever since the development management company declared bankruptcy, remains easily accessible. The young and unemployed are not deterred by the building's grim reputation, though, with many continuing to enter it, and young graffiti artists using it for their work. Meanwhile, local residents' security concerns continue to grow.
Please. Not Maya, too. She has been acting weird lately.
Rishin says, the design of the creature immediately made me think of the mural tattoo flowers growing out of stars, and the thing having scars, and the thing having what looked like barbed wire wrapped around it. I mean, I think that it is Maya. I mean, that's what it represents, right? It's gotta be. This is very Devotion-esque. I wonder if they took inspiration from Devotion. Which is a good thing to take inspiration from. I mean, it's the best PT-like, you know?
Cherry blossoms bloom within the grasp of death. With most flowers, the rot sets in, then they fall. That's the price of new life. Not cherry blossoms, though. They bloom beautiful, they fall beautiful. That's how I want my life to be.
I cannot make out what she's saying if she's speaking Japanese in the cutscene. She might be speaking German, I'm not sure.
Why is she not replying? Come on!
I
have to find her.
Rishin says, The design of the creature immediately made me think of the mural tattoo, blah, blah, blah. I say that knowing nearly nothing about the context might be coming from outer Silent Hill games. Yeah, no, I mean, this is it. I think that's her. I mean, I think the monster represents her, right? And so it's all this. Petword says, didn't that other Silent Hill F have a flower motif thing going on too? Yes. So the unreleased, or the yet to be released Silent Hill game, the next Silent Hill game, Silent Hill F, takes place in like 1960s Japan, I think, and has like a flower fungus motif to it. So it's got to be tying into that. They're trying to kind of redefine the brand imagery, I think, and kind of go for a new look. So I guess that kind of also ties into the short message so far of like, you know, this idea of like new investment leading to new opportunities. But it is not, the flower motif is...
That monster. It's gone, right?
It's not something we're familiar with from the past.
Studio.
That being said, monsters in this game were designed by Ito Masahiro, the monster designer from the first 4 Silent Hill games, and music in this game is by Yamaoka Akira, so it's good shit.
The famous suicide spot.
Oh, they jumped from the roof, and that was outside. Got it. Interesting. I wish I could run. Can I sprint? I don't think so. I do want to check down there, but first let's read this. Inside the fog of social media, solitude and anxiety in teenagers. All of the teenagers interviewed said that they were ashamed of the risque selfies they posted online. They also claimed they experienced anxiety over not getting any likes on such photos. What all the kids had in common was extremely low self-esteem. The greater their anxiety and lower their confidence, the more pronounced their reactions were to positive attention. The sense of fulfillment they experienced after getting a like online is difficult for adults to comprehend. Furthermore, even when acknowledged, the teenagers still could not view their actions positively and quickly reverted to despair, seeking more attention to fill the void. Teenagers who are not yet psychologically mature run the risk of experiencing this toxic quest for validation. Again, not very subtle, but I see what it's going for. Pretty decent little environmental rendering moment here. I like this. No, I don't hate it. It is definitely cleverly obscuring things to avoid actually having to render it, because the game is not running particularly amazingly well. But we'll take it. Okay, is that the same mural in there? No, it's a different one. Can I go in here? Nope. Ooh, let's check. Ray trace reflections. Nope, that's a cube map. All right, good to know. It's like, so it's kind of hard to not see what the game is going for. Yeah. I do like the music. The music is pretty good. I'm not hating that.
Creepy. Maya. I hope you're all right.
They feel bad, you know, all of them. By the way, any thought any more about college? I can't do it. You don't have to decide right away. So, once you're at college, are you not coming back here? No way. I'll come back occasionally. My parents would give me shit if I didn't come home for breaks. But yeah, just give college some more thought, okay? I told you I can't go. It's not for me. Studying isn't my thing. I told you I would help you. It's fine. I can't do anything. Don't know what I'd do if I got in. That's not true. You're way too hard on yourself. Be proud of who you are. Wait, what about those drawings you showed me? You could audit an art class. It could lead to a job. I'm not Maya, okay?
Emily doesn't get it.
Gotcha. So you don't really like this place. I get it. People in this town see graffiti as nothing but trashy doodles. and my classmates talk about me.
What if she is Maya?
Might not be a bad idea to leave town, actually. The great thing about graffiti is the world's your canvas. And as long as I'm with you, I can have fun anywhere.
There's no way out.
It's a person holding a bucket. Got it. I was struggling. I needed to figure that out. CB. Let's go.
Maya, are you here? Is this your studio?
If it is, it's not distinct from literally any other room we've found her art in so far. What is this? Skizzenbuch. Sketchbook.
Are these Maya's sketches?
Right?
These aren't even finished. And they look this good. They seem happy. A new life. So full of life.
Are you here? Where are you? This place is dangerous. We need to go. Maya, respond, please.
Why won't she reply? Where are you? Am I going crazy?
Weird non-lip synced line right there. The previous 3 were lip synced. What's going on? Is this an aesthetic thing or is this just an issue? Is this an issue with that? Like, I don't understand. Kettle says, I feel like in an emergency you should just call. Very, very true. Raph says the phone has 4 cameras. My phone has 4 cameras.
Locked.
Bass says they're Zoomers, they don't call. Yeah, it's true. Y'all are saying Zoomers can't make phone calls? Guys, I'm 30 years old and I haven't made a phone call in maybe 4 or 5 years. I have not called someone on the phone in a long ass time.
It's beautiful. Who did Maya have in mind? Did you post this too? Even more followers. I lost followers again.
That bear was somewhere earlier.
Some new followers here. I need
Yeah.
to upload stuff like this to get as many likes as Maya.
Both of your pictures are...
Sexy!
Ugh.
Loving it.
Here's a hint.
Stop with the boring photos already.
No sexy stuff, no followers.
Wow, you hate your followers?
I mean, that's relatable.
Congrats on reaching your follower goal. Come on, we want sexy pics already.
Just stop!
Literally the #1 thing I've heard from my like friends who are vastly more popular than me is like, yeah, you hit a certain point of popularity that you just begin to resent your followers. And it's like, oh, I guess that's terrifying. Thank God I'm still small.
I'm sorry. You have your own situation to deal with. I was out of line. I was thinking selfishly. I'm so sorry.
No, I shouldn't have gotten mad like that.
Thanks, Anita.
Music is good.
I guess I haven't accepted Maya's death yet.
Huh?
Why did she jump from the villa? Why did she have to die?
Maya's... dead? Wait. Maya's really dead? How could I forget that?
Are you alright, Anita? Hello? Hello?
Then... who's this?
Find it.
Who...
I like her big eyebrows. That's a fun character trait. But yeah, so one of the things I was gonna say is like, I think that the pictures that she posted in like the post she made where she's like looks sad and she's sad posting, I think that's actually pretty accurate to real life, because boy, have I seen people like furries on Blue Sky who are sad posting post the most obvious like attention bait, like look at me, I'm sad content. And it's actually like, I think it's interesting because obviously they're really craving attention and they want to be interacting with people and get likes, and that's very sympathetic, and it's something that you can see they're struggling with. But also it's like really, really big red flag when I see that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, I don't know if I want to interact with this because it just is putting off a real bad vibe. So Anita so far, putting off real bad vibes. What? Oh, it's burning away to be the post-it notes dimension. She's going to the post-it notes dimension. Kind of atmospheric. Ah! I got. I didn't think it was gonna be in front of me. How was I supposed to know it was gonna be in front of me?
Is this a dream?
This is pretty nice effects work, even in like materials work, even if it is tanking the frame rate. Coming for me this way, gotta run. All right, hey, we made it out.
Maya died. But her art lives on. Even more followers.
Oh, her phone is messed up. It's a messed up phone.
No one is ever going to notice me. This is where Maya jumped from.
Bad things happen because of you!
Maybe I can be like her. Here goes.
I have way too much self-preservation instinct to ever I just don't find it relatable. Couldn't be me. Broken glass on that screen looks real weird. Wait, was this it? Was that the whole thing? No? Oh, whew, fake out. The hole's bigger. We got a big hole.
Am I back at the villa? But why didn't I die?
You find it? Find what? Can't leave till you find it. This really you, Maya? Can't leave till you find it. Maya's dead, you're not her. Can't leave till you find it. Who the fuck is this? Tell me.
What the fuck?
Interesting. But yeah, you know, obviously, it's I'm not literally making the insensitive claim that I'm simply built different and thus I've never had mental health struggles. That was not what I was saying there. But the idea, you know, I always find it hard to, or rather, let me rephrase this.
Oh, my battery.
Hey, her battery died, just like I said. It is actually like really hard to make an audience, like from a creation standpoint, get into the mindset of someone who has dealt with this sort of thing if you've never dealt with it before, just because it is a genuinely altered state of mind to be dealing with like suicidal ideation and stuff like that. Like, it is very much outside of what most people experience. So it is very, very hard to portray a character like this in a way that feels sympathetic while at the same time being accessible to people, which is interesting. Like, that is an actual struggle. So the idea of the game like not doing a great job of that like isn't super surprising to me, because that's hard to do. Like, that's just a hard thing to do, you know? Bad girl gets an empty plate.
Girl gets an empty plate.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so my point there is just like, you know, we have this moment where this character is portrayed as like being depressed and having no self-esteem, but there's still that like self-preservation instinct that we have. You know, when I say we, I mean me in this instance, as the player. There's like a self-preservation instinct in most players that when they see that scene, they're going to be like, oh, she and I are very different. You know, like I wouldn't do that. Like that this gives me the willies, which is interesting, but it would surely hit different for people who have dealt with this sort of thing. So that's like a very, you know, your mileage may vary type thing. Pepperwood says, I just watched Manchester by the Sea if I want to know what depression feels like. That's a great movie. It didn't make me feel depressed, but I did like it. And it's got good themes about depression, which is nice. Baby, no blood on the floor. We'll repaint it all. This is really PT-like, huh? It's all ruined. All your fault, slut.
What? Who would do this?
Baby head, not falling off this time. Furries. Furries. Doom says the way you read that was more funny than expected. Hey man. Oh! That startled me. Looks like a Binding of Isaac character. Children who turn trauma into tales, solitude and anxiety in teenagers part 2. All of the teenagers surveyed suffered from deep psychological issues caused by past experiences, and interestingly, all of them conceptualized those issues as grandiose stories of sorts. One girl placed herself in the role of a tragic hero, convincing herself that she was at the mercy of an abusive stepmother and that her loving real mother existed elsewhere. Another girl viewed her childhood scars as stigmata, believing those scars would bloom into beautiful cherry blossoms. Those convenient tales in the face of the extreme adversity are born out of a deep desire to escape unbearable pain and self-hatred. The greater the trauma, the more grandiose the story surrounding it. Wow, it's talking about her.
Wait, it's back on?
Plot battery. I do like the materials design in the game so far. It's not terrible looking.
How could somebody do this?
I mean, you're in a place that's covered in graffiti. People will graffiti over your graffiti. You're so full of yourself. What is this shit? Oh, here we go. More people with messed up views. Your art sucks. Where should I ever saw? Fuck you.
Some people really have nothing better to do. Wait. I bet it was these guys.
Ah! And that scare would have been better if we had control and the camera didn't just jerk us back around. Oh no, I can't move. Move, peas. Thank you. Can I go over here? Look, the door's open now. The way is not blocked.
What's this?
Oh, are we in Silent Hill now? More food for thought. Look at that. Ground is all destroyed. Your fault. Oh, we didn't get any more dialogue there. All the text messages got deleted. Nothing new there. Sorry for the late reply.
Just like before.
Good enough to get out of bed. Sorry for being a bad friend. So is Maya really dead? Why are you asking that? Please tell me. I still can't believe she's gone either. Wish it was a lie. She seemed perfectly fine before it happened. So Maya really is dead then, yeah? Anita, are you okay? You get enough sleep? Kinda, I'm taking some really good meds. Meds are good, but what about therapy? It's repeating.
You're so good to me, but you're leaving me behind.
Maya really didn't tell you anything? No, all she talked about was that book she read recently. Still, I feel guilty for what happened. Even if she didn't tell me anything, I should have known something was up.
Did Maya really not say anything? Like, at all?
So what'd you think of the book? The author killed themselves when they were young.
I think...
Something beautiful from something tragic.
Yeah, I think she's speaking
It's
Japanese.
kinda enchanting, isn't it? I wonder what they were thinking right before they died. Anyway,
Tonikaku.
I didn't think you'd share your thoughts in a letter.
Yeah, she's speaking
You really
Japanese.
are shy, aren't you? I actually kind of like that, though. You write in a really flowery and passionate way.
Huh.
I can't wait to read more.
Oh, okay. Letters.
Yeah, so she's speaking Japanese. I was able to read the words there this time. Trash room. Trash goes in the trash room. This is all your fault. Everything. You're a heartless bitch. You stole my only friend, my place in this world, all of it. You don't even care. I'm invisible to you. I fucking hate you. You're not talented. You're not special. You called those shit stains art. You came out of nowhere and ruined everything. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Get the fuck out of my life, you piece of shit freak. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting to have like this. I really am worried about navigating past a like point of no return and like initiating a chase sequence or something because I want to just read all the notes and stuff. I guess we just have to be careful and not travel too far. Doom says, I take it Maya's thoughts are influencing the world. Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, it seems like a theme so far is like how art influences the world and like ideas transmit between people and stuff. Maya is Kamui. That's a joke for one person. The one person is named Sage. A rundown apartment complex in Kettenstadt. We've already read that one, I think. This one's not vandalized, so that's cool. Ooh. Sage says, I get it. I get the joke. That one was for you. That was a freebie.
Wonder what those guys are talking about. Fortune telling?
Interesting.
A lot of people are getting into that. Huh.
I don't hate this scene. This is cool.
You don't believe in that stuff?
Artistically motivated.
Well, I think there's something real about it. My great-grandmother was a fortune teller. I hear people here used to treat her like some sort of prophet.
I wonder if that's tied into Silent Hill F.
But they all eventually turned on my great-grandmother. Guess you can predict other people's futures, but not your own.
My guess is Silent Hill F. That's the plot of Silent Hill F. Believe in the Witch of Kettenstadt. Der Glaube an die Hexe von Kettenstadt. Those who believe in the Witch of Kettenstadt share many practices with modern Wiccans, such as praying for a bountiful harvest and goddess worship. What sets the practice apart is its slight blend of both Western and Eastern cultures. As for what led to the mixing of customs, there is one other creative theory. During the joint efforts of Japanese and German entrepreneurs and laborers in the 1930s to foster economic growth and prosperity, there was an exchange in cultural beliefs giving rise to their belief in witches. I do like witches. Witches are a fun plot element, and it's very funny to imagine Ryukishi writing another story about witches.
Tarot cards. No point predicting my
Can anyone read tarot in chat? What does this arrangement of tarot mean? I know the Fool symbolizes someone going on like being the main character, right? Like the Fool is, or the Hanged Man is someone who's like stuck in circumstance, right? They're like going on they're stuck between a rock and a hard place and can't make a decision. They're tied by their ankles and just kind of held. I don't know what the star means. The Devil, but it's inverted. That's interesting. Is that the Emperor or the Hierophant that is also inverted? The Emperor inverted, the Hermit 9, and the Sun upside down as well. The Chariot. Were these also the tarot cards that became relevant in Silent Hill 1? Wasn't there a moment where we had tarot cards at the end going into Alessa's room? Is that Silent Hill 1 or 3? I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, screenshot it for later. Someone figure it out. Hit me up later about that. My Mage Boar says, I honestly don't know this spread. Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder, I really wonder what that implies. I wonder if there's any deep lore to it or if they just picked ones with cool designs. I don't know enough about tarot to know. In Japanese culture, there's been a sense of beauty and sacrifice, with harakiri, killing oneself by slicing one's stomach, being a prime example. The idea is that by taking your own life, you symbolically purge the world of your transgressions and purify yourself. The concept can be confusing to many Westerners, with young people incorrectly assuming the Japanese yearn for a beautiful way to die. That's true. People romanticize Japanese, the Japanese culture in a way that actually makes them orientalize it worse, which is crazy and bad, and people should do that. Modern Japanese people, however, do not view suicide in such a positive light anymore, and the life they value is not the biological variety, but rather a social one where death is needed to protect that life.
If you want food, do what I say.
Bad vibes. Positively not good vibes. All right, down the hall we go. Doom says James would have looked in the fridge, just saying, we can't compare everyone to James, okay? This is a game about teenage girls, not a game about scrungly old men.
It won't open.
Sure won't. Warning, do not enter. Graffiti, unlawful occupation, and other acts will be reported to local authorities. Villa management. Reported by who?
It's locked.
Bart says, can I ask if I missed any crazy action or plot twist? You did not. We are still just investigating. Blackhorn says James would also stick his arm in a toilet. He would. Didn't I have a turn hotkey? I guess not. I guess I can't quick turn. But yeah, it suddenly was very clear to me that they were speaking Japanese in the cutscenes, because when she said anyway, she turned to the camera and said tonikaku, which means basically anyway in Japanese. Sage says, I will say, this and Alan Wake 2 are really paving the way for great graffiti decals and video game environments. Yeah, honestly, the graffiti in this game does actually look like actual graffiti in places like this, unlike most video game graffiti, which is overbearing at worst and cartoonishly clean at best. The overlapping nature of all the graffiti, I think, is like kind of what makes it work in this context. There's nothing else here. Is there other stuff for me to investigate? I do like this idea of temporal anti-aliasing look, you can see, because of the streaks in the lights. Like an upscaling anti-aliasing thing. Let's use TAA. Nothing new there. Can she look in there? Is there a... Can I interact with the fridge again? Nope. Where do I go? What do I do? Can't go in there. Definitely a little lost, which is not the worst thing. 'Cause it means that there is just more stuff to do, and the game is willing to let me get lost, which is nice. Thought someone was standing there, and I was like really jump scaring myself for a second. Oh, 207, here we go. Didn't notice this was open. Deutschland Medical University, so they are in Germany. School of Medicine Orientation. Dear incoming freshmen, welcome to Deutschland Medical University. Founded in 1709, DMU is one of Europe's oldest and most revered institutions. Its state-of-the-art research facilities eagerly await your arrival. Orientation details, September 24th, 2021, School of Medicine Center, Lecture Hall. Please wear a mask when attending.
This is for the college Amelie wants to go to.
It seems deliberate and malicious to name a character Amelie after you fire Hideo Kojima. You can sit on that one, Konami. You'll never escape the pain of doing that. You will live in that sin. Hey, Anita, you got a minute to talk? Sure, what's up? You seem kind of out of it before. If something's bothering you, you can let me know. Thanks, but I'm fine. Sorry to bring it up, don't want to pry. Nah, it's okay, I don't mind. Hey, we should go shopping together sometime. I haven't left my house in what feels like forever, plus my brother's coming here. All right, you okay? Yeah, just gonna try to avoid him as much as possible. So shopping, yeah, we can find something cute. Nah, I'm good, I'm not a fan of crowds. And nothing looks cute on me anyway. Stop talking like that, you're way too hard on yourself. You've got the looks, you just need to find the right outfit.
Too hard on myself, huh? Amelie's the only one who thinks that.
Is that Jeff the Killer? I'm losing my mind. That is bananas. That is genuinely funny. North River, huh? Holy shit. This is off-brand Jeff the Killer. That's what that is. Steven the Stitcher, exactly. I haven't been able to study December 23rd, 2020. I haven't been able to study since my brother came back for the Christmas break. He's nice and doesn't interrupt my studies or anything, but I can't stand him staring at me. Oh, that's probably why this game was leaked in like 2020 and then didn't get released until just now, because it was too soon after COVID. Like, you can't release this while COVID's happening. I know he was probably just messing with me back then, but I've been scared of him ever since. It's made me hate any guy looking at me. I can't believe other girls walk around school and town showing so much skin. February 21st, 2021. I think I'm finally finding my study groove. My test scores are really good. I'm worried about how much my parents are fighting recently, though. They were yelling at each other again today. I asked Mom why, but she wouldn't say. May 11th, 2021. This is it. Test day tomorrow. Mom told me I should be proud of myself since I've worked so hard, but I'm feeling great. She's not my real mom, but I know she loves me and I love her. Mom, I'm going to ace this test tomorrow for both you and Dad. I can't tell. Yagui Man. Is that supposed to be the Spider-Verse poster? And that's, this is the Others, isn't it? Die Gesichtlos family. What does that mean? Unpronounceable? Gesicht means, isn't it like, fuck, why can't I remember it? It's the name of a character. Yeah. Faceless, thank you. The Faceless family. I was gonna say, it's the name of a character in Pluto. I should know this. Gesicht. But, yeah. What is this? Yagui Man? No idea what that's supposed to mean. Or Yagai Man. He's Yagai.
Stay home alone!
October 17, 2020. I'm finally focused on my studies, so I think I might pull an all-nighter. It won't be good for my skin. I can just hear people calling me troll and nerd. But I don't care. I have to make it to college in the city. Mom and Dad are counting on me to do well. I'll make them proud by getting them into my first choice. All right, time to hit the books till morning. Dad was talking today about how there's a plan to rebuild the town. They were going to use a bunch of funding from China to turn the town into something better, but everything got canceled due to COVID. Sure, it would have been nice if it had gone through, but I just couldn't see it happen, even if things had worked out. Not in this place. Hasn't been special since I was little. There's nothing to do. These buildings are ancient. It's a dump. That's Japanese text on the document there. That's interesting. My future isn't here. It's in the city where college life is waiting for me. Everything's riding on my entrance exam next year. I have to get out before my brother comes back. It's interesting the little ways that this game is kind of aping some of the stuff that happened. Look, it's Amelie right there, right? That's Amelie. So this is Anita and Amelie here, maybe, or cousins or family members or something. Wörterbuch. Isn't that a dictionary? A word book? Love, dream, peace. Cool. Sapiens. A lot of English here. What is this? Yeah, that looks like Anita and Amelie, maybe. One of them without glasses. Whose room is this? Amelie? This must be Amelie's room. Yeah, that's Anita. So they staged a bunch of photos and took a bunch of photos. So they're bespoke assets with the same actors. It's not just stock photos. Post-it notes in the wall behind them, maybe? I can't tell what they're in front of. Anita, yeah. Anita. I got some materials for my first choice in the mail today. I'm going to be a college freshman. I'm so happy. I still can't believe it. Mom, Dad, I'm going to study my ass off and be the best daughter ever. Thanks so much for everything. Mom and Dad are yelling at each other September 22nd, 2021. They're talking about bankruptcy. Wasn't everything supposed to work out even without the rebuilding plan? So this means they're out of money, right? Does this mean I can't go to college? All that hard work was for nothing? No way. Don't leave me, Mom. I can't stay here. I can't be stuck here with my brother. Rishan says, check Discord for that, for what I got out of that spread. Let's read it. Hold on. First son, current situation. Son, reverse, inner child, feeling down, overly optimistic. Second card, root card, major influence from the past. Cause of the current situation, which shadows the future. The Emperor reverse, domination, excessive control, lack of discipline, inflexibility. Third card, influence is standing in the way of the relationship. Chariot, control, willpower, success. Fourth, influences acting in favor of the relationship. Devil reversed, release, limiting beliefs, exploring dark thoughts, detachment. Yeah, so all of these seem to be tied. Soul searching, introspection, being alone, pause, surrender, letting go, new perspectives, hope, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality. Yeah, so the tarot cards were meaningful in some sense. Interesting.
Amelie hated the way her brother looked at her.
Gotcha.
I bet she wants to leave to get away from all that.
So this is Amelie's diary. I didn't read this one. She told me to get out of the way. I have to get out of here. I want to disappear, but where would I go? This is all a bad dream. This is all a bad dream. This is all a bad dream. So obviously the controlling and oppressive stuff is like the mother and the parents. This game appears to be very anti-parents, which is interesting. Anyway, the other thing I was saying was just that it's interesting how this game kind of apes or like does the same things as the old Silent Hill games, but like not in an amazing way. Where it's like the dialogue, it appears weird because there's a disconnect between the Japanese voice acting, or not voice acting, lip syncing for the live action cutscenes and the text on screen and the dub. Like that's all that's different. It's like an uncanny feeling. And then there's like all of these, you know, assets that have like Japanese text on them. Like, but then you look at the actual text and it's in German or it's in English, which is interesting. So. At around 10 a.m. on the 24th, a local resident reported seeing an 18-year-old female high school student fall from the roof of the Kettenstop apartment building. The girl was rushed to the hospital but was pronounced dead 2 hours later. According to the school staff, the girl was distraught over not being able to attend college due to troubles at home. No note or diary was found, but police still believe her death may be a suicide.
Emily's not like this, though. Right?
Is she? What happens if I go all the way the other way? Is it still not gonna let me in? I bet it won't let me in. This is a school. Oh, it's getting surreal now.
School?
I like the way this environment looks. It's so bright. Nein zu Drogen. Don't do drugs. Or say no to drugs, maybe. I don't speak German. Nuzugang. Is that newspaper club? White Witch's locker. Is this Amelie's locker? Or Maya's or something? Go over here. Nuzugang is freshman. Gotcha. Sage said, when are we going to see the Rot Front propaganda posters? You know, I was going to talk about Signalis a little bit ago, but I didn't want to invite the unfair comparison to what is nearly a perfect video game. But I was thinking the cutscenes, the live action cutscenes. Imagine them in like a Signalis style, where they're like really low bit but still really artsy and stuff. Could be cool. Could be neat. All right, they are hard.
Dumb!
Is that a thing that happens? Do people do this? Do people throw shoes at you? I guess so. Kids are mean. Freak, no wonder nobody likes you at school. Blah, blah, blah. There's trash on your chair. Yeah, I mean... Raph says this is such an American school. This is not an American school. I went to American school. It was not like this.
What the hell?
Get out, you freak!
Slut.
Your art's fucking
You're a freak.
weird! Cocky piece of shit!
The bullying is very Japanese. Yeah, the way that people are talking about this is like and like being aggressive towards us is like very not the way that it happens in American schools, but very, very close to the way it happens in Japanese schools. Throwing the bottle, I believe. Throwing a shoe just sounds like an inconvenience for later. Yeah, for real. I mean, bullying happens everywhere, and like shitty bullying happens everywhere, but it is like one of those interesting, this is what I mean, like the uncanny valley between the Americana being portrayed and the Japaneseness of the writing is like similar to Silent Hill 1, but not quite there. I believe this game was written by Kano, the guy who wrote the console arcs for Higurashi, but I could be wrong about that. This is cool. I don't know if I need the words on the screen, but everything else here is cool. Raph said, when I said it was very American, I meant the building. Yeah.
A freak. She's my friend.
Oh, so we weren't bullied. It was Maya who was bullied. Interesting. Spooktacular. I want to look inside stuff. What was in here? Razors. Red headphones. Amelie. Is this an Amelie or Anita and Maya? I don't know. Doomov says you're seeing through her eyes, though. Yeah, true. Oh, it's PT again. We're doing PT again. Remember this moment from PT? I do. I remember this moment from PT. Ah! Rats. Foiled again. Dean Angel is reading the tarot thing. I already read it out loud when Rishin posted it.
Why are you chasing me?
Don't run. Oh. All right, so that slowed us down. To my left.
Stop! Just stop!
Wrong way. Probably gonna die here. Nope. Okay. What? Let me out. Woo!
Why are you chasing me?
Whew.
Not again. Not again. What did I do to deserve this?
Find it. Find what? Find it. Just tell me what I'm looking for. Find it.
What the fuck am I supposed to find?
Voice acting's not terrible. Good performance. Girl, chill out so I can read the document. Thank you. January 31st. I haven't been in a good mood since this morning. I tried to lose myself in my graffiti, but I wasn't feeling it. Maybe it's because Mom and I argued this morning? Probably not. We've clashed before. I've known for a long time we value different things. Is it because my classmates tease me? I doubt it. They don't know me. They're just taking their issues out on someone. It's gotta be because I lost that special person and the hope he gave me, right? Why do I feel like this? I've never felt like this before. Did Maya lose her special person, the boy in the sketchbook? Yep.
This guy looks familiar.
And he's wearing her bracelet.
They're hurt. Where are you going?
Or that's his bracelet? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's right. Amelie.
What's that? Oh, you like what you see? Come closer then. Wait a sec. You two are from my class. Those glasses look good on you. Sorry, she's so cute. I couldn't help myself. Feel free to stop by anytime. You're always welcome.
Huh.
Maya only ever cared about Amelie. She didn't see me. I was invisible to her.
All right. And we're back in the graffitied area. Man, this music is real good. This is not bad stuff.
The girl in this picture is Amelie.
Ooh.
Library. So I'm back at school.
It's a nice interior. I like this. Like, imagine this in Signalis vision. Like, put that in your brain and think about that
There's
for a
no
second.
beauty in any of this. Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about something. I borrowed that book you wanted.
Super Japanese way of
finished
holding
it,
things.
So it's all yours.
Giving it to people, like putting both hands on it and putting it out front.
I wrote my impressions in a letter. Read it when you get home, okay?
Bleed Angel says, sorry I was in
Where
YouTube.
was
That's fine.
it?
No biggie.
That book.
I was just letting you know to save you the time of having to write and paste it and stuff. It's just, we already read it out loud. I explained it. I think it's this one, right? I thought it was blue, but I guess not. All right, The Witch Hunt of Kettenstadt. In 1930s Germany, the town of Kettenstadt attracted wealthy entrepreneurs and enjoyed a period of economic prosperity. Behind that success, though, was supposedly a Japanese woman who used her clairvoyance and mystical powers to guide the entrepreneurs. She would come to be known as the Witch of the Far East and would be greatly respected by the German people. However, in 1947, the entrepreneurs suffered great losses. A large fire spread throughout their industrial parks, losing them the majority of their factories. The Witch of the Far East, who was hospitalized, jumped off the roof of the hospital and killed herself. The witch had been diagnosed with an unknown illness, and many believe the fires pushed her over the edge. Some citizens, however, claimed that a witch hunt was to blame. They argued the witch's rise to prominence angered the mayor's party, who used the chaos from the fires as cover for murder. There's no evidence to support this claim, and many now view it as mere conspiracy theory, but the mayor's party did manage to regain influence in the town after the witch's death. Since then, citizens have started to believe any stroke of bad luck is a result of the witch's curse.
Curse? Is that why I saw what I did before?
Kettenstadt, the town cursed by a witch, malicious magic to blame for city slump. Kettenstadt continues to see a rapid decline in its population. The birth rate is at a mere 0.7. Isn't that the same as Japan's? Or is Japan at 0.8 now? I don't remember. Less than half the German national average, which is 1.6. Miscarriages are also at 31%, more than double the average, 15%. Economy is in shambles. The once booming industrial city has failed to revitalize itself twice. The number of researchers studying the occult point to a witch as the cause of the economic downturn in Kettenstadt. The witch was a Japanese woman who used her clairvoyance to influence economic development in the town in the 1930s. Researchers believe she was hunted down and killed before her death. She is believed to have placed a curse on the town, stymieing its growth.
It is a curse. But why me? Why do I have to be cursed like this?
Find it. Tell me, is this your curse? Find it.
Find what in a place like this? It won't open.
I have thoughts. I have thoughts about stuff. And I will save them. And they're not bad thoughts for once. They're actually pretty decent. Here's the book. I Still Wait for
Looks
You.
like there's space for a book here.
Uh-huh.
Wait, I think I know these.
Her locker. Wow. I don't really need this. I could have tried to find this on my own. That's a little overbearing.
No way.
Neat environment.
It's
You can
like that
paste.
other school.
Ooh. This is Super Signalis.
Why does this always happen?
I've never seen Maya like that before.
You all right, Anita? You left me on red, so I was worried. Sorry, I was just thinking about Maya. Not sure if you know this, but Maya was bullied at school. I know. But she said she was okay. I figured I shouldn't push the issue. What? Then it was too late. Why didn't she say anything before she died? I wish she had talked to me. Maybe she didn't see me as a friend.
That's not true.
Ooh, there's handprints everywhere now. Black handprints, like PT.
What?
Liar. Sage says, I do like the live action cutscenes, though for some reason you talking about them being in low bit Signalis vision makes me want them rotoscoped like Linklaters of Scanner Darkly. That'd be sick.
Maya's locker. No, it's not here.
I do like
It
the
wasn't here before either.
TV movie vision of it, but
My locker. Why is it locked? Is there something I don't want to see?
ooh, that's a weird piece of dialogue.
It won't open.
You don't need to analyze yourself. It's not LIAR, is it? Let's look for numbers. Maybe she didn't see me as a friend. 17:45, 5:45. It's not the time on my PS5 clock, so. Nope. All right, what could the passcode be, y'all? So 4267 was the code on the thing. Code on the thing. The painting at the start of the game. That didn't work, so bummer. That's all I'm saying. This music is like super minimalist and stuff, but it is very good. I actually truly am enjoying this a lot. Oh, here it
Amelie's
is.
locker. Yes. It's just a novel. Wait a sec.
We're looking for the note. 2947, 1947. 4267 doesn't work. Let's look for more lockers. $2008, maybe. Check out the other lockers, see if there's anything over here. Kevin Spacey's locker, wow. It's not a good look. Put that in your game. Okay, can't leave. We tried 2946. No, we have not. I guess I'll try it. 294. Nope. Don't work. What made you guess 2946? There's gotta be something here. Something to understand. 272777 might be it. 277. Nope. It looks like that says 2777, but maybe it's 2177 on the floor, or oh, it says lulls. Never mind, being misled. Where could the answer to this puzzle be? Where could it be, chat? Where is it? Nothing here. Just like looking around the environment, trying to see if there's anything sticking out. Nothing sticks out right here. Oh, okay. There's a 2 on the wall. There's a blue 2 on the wall. Are there any other numbers on the wall? Oh, hey. Okay, 3. So 3. 0. Okay, 0, 3. 2. There's got to be another one somewhere, right? Where's the other one? Where is it? So 0, 3, 2. I don't see anything else around here. Is there something up? Oh, 1. Okay, so 0, 3, 2, 1. Or maybe 0, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, 0, 3, 1, 2. Let's try that. 0, 3, 1,
I
2.
know what's inside.
Hey!
And I can't look away.
It's like, if the code is 0, 1, 2, 3, I will lose my mind.
What's this letter? Was it inside the book?
That would be genuinely funny.
Remember when I said I wanted to live like a cherry blossom? To be beautiful and dignified for a fleeting moment, simply by letting go of life. Daring to bloom, knowing it won't last. And so falling in vivid color. I wish I could live like that. I want to experience true beauty, if only for a moment. I met someone who made me feel different. He showed me a whole new world, gave me hope. I honestly thought he could help me find a new me. I felt it with all my heart. But people didn't understand us. Didn't want that from us. In the end, they took my hope from me. They took him away. People who can't achieve beauty seek comfort in others. They fear anyone different, hate them, try to tear them down. I can't take much more of this. I wish you and I could run away together, Amelie. Just me and you.
Maya. She was asking Amelie for help. But I just...
they switch glasses and
Maya, you have everything. You're way more talented than me. So, why? Why take Amelie from me? You acted like I wasn't even there. Amelie is my friend. She's mine! I only wanted to take her down a bit. She was taking Amelie away from me. She wouldn't pay attention to me. How was I supposed to know she'd actually kill herself?
March 10 report deadline. ACM volunteer reading blah blah blah. Japanese novel Jutsu. I don't know what that means. It's all your fault. Probably not needed there. All right, it's gonna be another run section. Let's get our scoot on. Let's run. Ah! I knew that was gonna happen. I just needed to make sure.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, I figured this character was gonna be the one that was like sort of responsible for and or resentful of the other girls, right? Like that was pretty clear. And it's like a story motivated by the jealousy and the desire to be seen and blah blah blah. Like all that stuff was set up, so that's not a huge surprise. It is interesting. Stay away from me, please. Be gone. Alrighty. Making it out. Making it out. Let's go. This thing is real close behind me. I'm gonna probably get eaten soon. Yep.
Look at me!
Hey, we did it.
Maya, I finally get it. I know what you wanted me to find.
Anita, what's up?
I'm so sorry, Amelie. Maya died because I killed her.
What are you talking about?
You and Maya wrote letters to each other, right?
Yeah, but then Maya jumped off the villa roof.
Well, was supposed to be one in the last book you had, too.
What?
That letter... That letter was a message for you.
Why are you telling me this, Anita?
I was jealous of Maya. I was afraid she'd take you away from me. My mom was right. I should never have been born.
Whoa, wait. Anita, calm down.
Night, Fiorlis. All right, we got through the second thing, I think. Second loop. There's gonna be another one. Rule of threes, right?
What?
Wow.
But I jumped off the building.
Whoa. Pretty wacky.
Even if I die, this doesn't end. How many times do I have to go through this?
Glitchy lip syncing. Find it. How can I get you to forgive me? Please, Maya, tell me. Why won't you say anything? These are just scratch marks. They're 5s. Interesting. Ooh, what's this? I ended up heading to the roof of the villa. Couldn't help but think of the girl who jumped to her death last year. Actually, a lot of girls kill themselves here. All teens, supposedly. Another place is a famous spot for people to kill themselves. Kind of a... okay. That's grim. Looking down from the roof, I could see how high up I was. The thought of a light breeze sending me flying made me feel a little queasy. Were they not scared? What was going through their heads? Were they jumping away from something or to something? Yeah. Audio is not desynced yet, I don't think. It should be fine. Like I've done work to fix that issue on my end. I just don't know if it's gonna work or not. So it's your fault. Ooh, walking over the things on the ground makes my controller vibrate. First time I noticed that. It's cool. It's over here. Anything? Nope. The extra body is gone. I don't want to spend the resources rendering that. Don't you dare go outside.
You dare go outside!
Keep forgetting that those get read out loud. Can't go in there, that's the staff room. No hope. No future. One of these is just gonna say not in education enrollment or training. Hikikomori, neat, VTuber, Twitch streamer. Raph says furry, Sage says virgin. Yeah, exactly. No Riz. Not Poggers. like this.
This is... Wait, me and my mom lived here. This is our living room.
Sage says cringe. You just see a sign that says no Riz, all cringe. It's fucking funny. Who would frame a photo this blurry? Come on, get real. L plus ratio.
It won't open.
It's just good. It's just good. December 29th, 2011. I finally lost touch with him. I'll never see him again. I thought I found my happily ever after, but it was all a dream. However, I haven't lost everything. I still have my children, my cute little angels who light up my life. And that's her bear. Look at this pizza.
Why won't you listen to a damn thing I say?
Mom's voice acting, not loving it. Not that great. Not good compared to... Ooh, not good compared to the girls. But hey, can't all be winners. My new man showed up to my place today with pizza. Children definitely need a father, but they still won't take to him. He looked annoyed when he left. I hope he doesn't hate me. My daughter drew a picture of our family. We're smiling and holding hands. I wish she would have drawn him as well. Maybe she doesn't realize he might join our family. She's slower than other kids her age. I'm sure she'll catch up and pass them soon enough. I know how to raise a child. I'm a good mother. I'm nothing like that heartless bitch who raised me. I won't fill my children with hate and fear. Oh, it's a cycle of violence. Oh, we're getting shorter. We're getting shorter. Are we going back in time? I just suddenly realized the scale was just like all wrong. He showed up again with a smile on his face and a pizza in his hands from the new place he was raving about. You're gonna sit there and eat pizza? My daughter hated the pizza, though. She's extremely picky. I should probably teach her to eat things she doesn't like. I know I was forced to eat things I hated when I was a kid, but I guess it has to be done. Kids finally blew up in front of him today. He was exhausted from work and said he just wanted to relax. He makes me feel so good, but I can't do the same for him. Maybe I'm not strict enough with them. We need him for a happy life, and I need them to realize that. I know it's probably a little harsh, but maybe if they don't see the light for a while, they'll finally see the light in him. He told me the banging on the closet door was making it hard for him to unwind. If they would just be quiet a little bit, everything would be fine. What's wrong with them? He doesn't visit as much as he used to. If I don't figure something out, I may never see him again. All right, what else is there to interact with? Do I have to? There we go.
I'm giving up my life for you!
That's kind of spooky. The ghostly face right there. It's pretty good. Oh boy, hoarding. And look, it's the trash bag with like a living head in it in PT kind of. Everything, May 9th, 2012. Everything seems to be going well now that we've been going out on dates. He was worried about my kids, so I bought them a bunch of books and toys. That should be enough to keep them occupied, right? I've been going out so much lately that I've left the place in a bit of a mess. I should clean it, but by the time I get back, I have no energy. I got contacted by the Child Welfare Center. I guess some nosy bitch or asshole in my building reported hearing a child crying at night at my place. What the fuck do they know? He hasn't called me much lately. Am I destined to be alone? Everyone else is out enjoying life while I'm working my ass off raising kids. Why am I the bad guy? If I hadn't had children, maybe I'd be planning my summer vacation with my friends right now. Nothing matters anymore. I'm just crawling through life. I know what's going on in the closet, but I can't look. I just want to be happy. What's wrong with that? I'm done. So, July 15th, 2012. That's a while before the contemporary events of the story. Don't you dare go outside.
Stop.
Oh, the baby's in the fridge. And it's screaming. Look, it's PT. We're PTing all over the place. Miss Krista Planert. So our character's name is Anita Planert. What year is this set? 2019. Or not 2019, I think it's 2023. Post-COVID. We have reached out to you repeatedly, but have yet to receive a response. Actually, no, it's probably 2021 was the last date that we saw, right? The most recent? So possibly 2021. Might have been 2023, though. Paula says, for the record, Krista Planert is a deranged name. Is it? Sage says, I think it's 2022. That would line up. We take this to mean you have no intention of remedying the issue. You're in violation of German Civil Code Article 1631, Section 2. Accordingly, the federal court has instructed us to take your children. Should you have any objections to this, please contact us as soon as possible. Frank Fisher, Kettenstadt Child Welfare Center. Spooky. Spooky drawing. And we gotta stay in this closet, I guess. Boy found dead in refrigerator, mother arrested. August 4th, 2012. A boy was found dead today in a refrigerator in the home of his 41-year-old mother, Person A, who was arrested by local authorities for hiding the body. Person A claims to have locked her son in the closet for more than a day to punish him, and when she noticed he wasn't moving the next morning, she hid his lifeless body in the refrigerator. Investigators are conducting an autopsy to determine the cause of death. According to the investigation, Person A's daughter ran to a neighbor's house to call the police and report her mother for neglect. When detectives arrived at the house, they discovered the brother's body in the refrigerator and arrested the mother after she confessed to a crime.
You disobeyed me again!
Is that Kari Walgren?
You can just stay in there!
I can't tell.
Don't lock me in here! Let me out! This is all your fault! Bad things happen because of you! You should never have been born! You're a burden!
Oh no, the worst thing to be. Get real, lady.
Exactly it! My mother yelled at me! Hit me! Locked me up! She inflicted the curse on my womb, and I gave it life!
Oh wow, dialogue.
Mom! Let me out! Please don't leave me! Mom! Please don't leave me! Please don't leave me!
I'm a curse. You always said you'd be better off without me.
You're not my daughter! You're a burden! A curse from my mother!
You're wrong, Mom. I am your daughter. And just like you, I'm cursed.
Christian says Flower Monster was through the door. Sure was.
Why am I seeing this room here in the villa? I tried so hard to forget this place.
Frame rate is rough. Rough frame rate.
I'm sorry, Mom!
into art, right? You could audit an art class.
Oh, did I miss something back there? Yeah, I did. You have to find all the pieces, I think. Get out of here. Leave me alone. Because I thought I saw one of the quote-unquote scavenger pieces here earlier.
You're way too hard on yourself.
Oh, interesting. I can press R1 to turn around or like look behind me. Slag says these long ass chases are getting old. Yeah, I agree. I'm a little over it, but it's fine. It's fine, we're fine. Is it right here? Right here.
I really like what you drew me way back.
Right. That's something right there. Don't need that. Can I get anything in here? Is this a thing? Nope. There's something right there, but I got it. I'm looking for a area I walked by earlier. Because I walked by a section that might have had an interactable, and I was like, oh, there's no way there's an interactable there. There's no chance. And I totally fucking missed it. And now I have to find it again. Alright, there's something. Is there gonna be anything here? Alright, here's something.
What are you hiding inside?
Did we get all of them? Is that all of them?
I'm sorry! I'm so sorry!
Now we just gotta find the way out. There's one more left. God damn it. Do I have to find all of them again?
When will this end?
Here we go. Oh, I thought it was in here. I thought that was one I missed. All right, do I have to pick up all of them again? I fucking do.
really like what you
Oh
drew me way
God.
back. You're into art, right?
There's one.
You could audit an art class.
Ruben asks, how is the game? Toaster responds, I don't know, it's okay. Here's what I'll say. I don't hate it. I don't know if I love it, but I definitely don't hate it.
You're way too hard on yourself.
Oh my god. Already been here. False. Yep. Alright, so the map isn't actually that large. I've kind of seen everything. So we gotta find the next pieces of the puzzle. Alright, let's pay attention to the phone, see if we get any pings for another memory or whatever the hell these things are supposed to be. Oh, I got stuck. I don't want to die. Please do not kill me. Thank you. That got bad for a second. Jeez, where is this last memory, huh? Not there. Can that thing walk through here? Alright, this is nothing but a dead end. Fuck. Anything in here? Nope. I'm having trouble navigating back to certain areas. Like, I want to get back to the classroom. Not the classroom, the room with all the classmates in it. I don't remember how to get there. It's not this way, is it? Ah, nope. Let's see, which ones did I grab? Did I already grab the weird one? The one that was like hidden behind everything? And the phone is working as the static ping of the creature, I think. Yep. Let's do it. Yeah, we want to run back here and get this one. You've got to be kidding me. Get out of my face, please. Ma'am, I am trying to do some errands here. What are you doing to me? Got to be close to one, right? Yes.
What's that? Oh, you like what you see?
Let me out! Mom!
Seriously trying to corner me like that? Fuck you. Alright, we got one more to find, and it's the locker, I think. And I think it's at the far edge here. We're just gonna make it back. Alright? Nope, no, 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 no. Stay away. Not when I'm so close, please. Here we go.
Where are you hiding
Got
inside?
it. Did it disappear? Is the monster gone? Deep breath, Toaster, let's go. I think we did it. Oh, yes. Woo. Woof.
Am I gonna be alone forever?
Oof. We did it. All right, that was a little difficult, but that didn't take us too many tries. What was that, 2 deaths? 1 death? Not awful. At approximately 1 p.m. on the 12th, popular graffiti artist CB Maya Ako Hindenburg was found collapsed on the grounds of an apartment building in Kettenstadt. She was pronounced dead at the hospital. The death of the 18-year-old girl comes as a shock to not only the local community members, but also to those who were familiar with her work. Authorities believe the cause of death may be suicide, but given her popularity and the lack of warning signs to her peers, they have not ruled out foul play and are proceeding with a full-scale investigation.
She killed herself half a year ago? And that means I've been here this whole time?
Does it?
What'll it take for you to forgive me? Please, end this. Just let me die.
February 21st. I've been really absorbed in my work lately. I decided to paint the girls who jumped off the villa roof. I'd like to think that they left this place for something better. I think I might finally be free of my despair because I've never felt this inspired. I'm going to put every last bit of myself into this piece. March 4th. My roof piece is almost done. It might actually be my crowning achievement. Once this is done, then what? Do I have it in me to come up with something even better? How much longer can I enjoy the fame and praise I get now? Is there despair and disappointment waiting for me around the corner? The sadness that gripped me before has clawed its way back into my mind. I guess it was always there. Who knows how often it'll show up? The thought makes my skin crawl. Maybe I should just end things while I'm still happy, go out on a good note. I wish I could talk to someone about all this. Okay, so this was half a year ago, so it takes place in late 2022.
Is this me? When did she draw this?
I want to show the hidden side of girls. Their impulses, their urges. What are you hiding inside? Don't worry about what people think. Be proud.
So, she did notice me.
Music is good. Liking the music we're hearing. Not bad. Not bad, game. Pump up those tunes. Yeah, this is very devotion.
I was so happy when my mom liked the first picture I drew. I could have had a different life, too. I guess someone finally did love me.
Skitzenbuch.
You actually noticed me. I never thought you would. Amelie, what should I do?
Ah, the way out.
Anita, what's up?
I'm sorry, Amelie. such a piece of shit. I had no idea she'd do that.
What are you talking about? Did something happen?
I thought I was invisible. That I didn't matter. No matter what anyone said. I didn't listen.
Anita?
But you and Maya, both of you did see me. I should have figured that out sooner.
Anita? Wait. Where are you right now?
Thank you, Amelie. You were always there for me. I'm going to go apologize to Maya now.
Wait! Anita! Calm down. Just listen to me.
Amelie. Amelie.
I am here for you, Anita.
Seeking a connection with others is a sign of weakness. It's running away. The strongest animals don't form groups. They act alone and need only themselves to survive. Those who betray themselves to fit into a group are pathetic. There's no beauty in living like that. But I don't really mind. I just want someone to understand me. For those I love, and for those who love me, I want to keep moving forward and never look back to 18-year-old me.
Hey, we finished it. Interesting. Kano, yeah, Kiichi Kano. That's the guy who I believe wrote the Higurashi console arcs. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's who that is. Escape game director. Interesting. I wonder if the chase sequences were designed separately from everything else. This was an interesting experience. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. I thought it was okay.
Moving day.
Ooh.
It feels kind of scary leaving my hometown, but I'll be fine. I have my best friend with me.
I wanted to look at the voice acting. I don't know if I should mute the music. Ooh. Maybe I'll mute it in post. I think that there is a kind of interesting situation with this game, which is just that, oh, this is licensed as hell. This is licensed music as hell. We can't do this. I'm gonna mute that in the end. I think the issue with this game is a sort of, or rather, not an issue with this game. I think that Silent Hill has never been a series about people getting better, really. You know what I mean? Like, Silent Hill 1 is not the story of, like, a man triumphing over his failures as a person and becoming a better father. In fact, Harry is kind of a terrible father. And then what we know from Silent Hill 3 is that he kind of goes on to be a worse dad who has lots of doubts, but his daughter loves him anyway. Like, it's not about him, like, solving his problem. Silent Hill 2 is not about James, like, necessarily finding redemption. Even in, like, the Laura ending, it's not really about that. It's about, like, here is how we get to the point where you can start working towards redemption, maybe. And same with, like, maybe even Silent Hill 3 and 4 is, like, the characters end the stories very flawed and without necessarily clear direction. They just have some closure or some understanding. And I think that what the modern Silent Hill games have, or even just the Western Silent Hill games or whatever, have always struggled with is a need for an arc that absolves or heals someone. And I think that this is an issue that a lot of survival horror games have in general, where people don't want an ending that is bad, or they'll read worse into a tragic ending as if that is the absolution of that character's arc rather than an interesting narrative failure on their part. I feel that way, like, about The Medium, where, like, a lot of people think that the ending of The Medium is about how, like, people who have it bad should die. I don't actually think that's what that game's saying. I don't think it's good, and I don't think it's well written, and I think it's really fumbled. But I do think that, like, the ending of that game is just kind of like, this was a shit situation and something bad happened, and this character was pushed into a corner and did a bad thing that solved the problem but was not, like, an absolution of their character, which just sucks. That sucks. It's not good writing, but it's not, I don't think it's at fault because a character takes the bad way out. I think it's at fault because the character's poorly written. This game has sort of the opposite problem, where we go through these loops and we learn that this character is guilty and that there was a cycle of abuse, and her ending ends up being like, I'm at the edge and I'm just about to jump over the edge, but now I'm not going to, and I can live another day, and it's a sun's rising on the complex, and maybe we'll make it out, and we just need to be there for each other, and I just need someone who understands me. And that's a good theme, and that's good writing, but it makes the horror of this experience feel really void because it's so triumphant in that last moment. And the trial that we go through in the game up to that point doesn't fully feel like the character is changing so much as she's just remembering. So at that last moment when she steps away from the edge, it doesn't feel as earned as it could have been. And I'm not saying that that shouldn't be the ending. I think the ending should feel earned, and that, having that absolution and that hope for another day and that message is really important and really great, but it feels shallow and a little bit vapid and a little bit toothless when all of the stuff in the game, like, it feels like we're missing an act between the end of the climax and the start of the actual final moment of the game. And it's hard to believe. Like, Anita, I think, feels somewhat real as, like, a teenager, but I don't know if she feels real as a person dealing with these issues and overcoming them, if that makes sense. Because, like, she was taken from her mom as a kid, and her brother died, and she went through a lot of really brutal trauma, and she doesn't really absolve that. She just goes, like, you're a curse on me, and I have bad self-esteem, and, like, things are bad, but I have Amelie, I guess. and then we do a combat gauntlet to get to the end, or not a combat, but a chase gauntlet to get to the end. And then she's like, well, I guess I'll just get out and live. And it's like, you have years of unresolved trauma. Like, what are you talking about? How are you just suddenly okay with that now? And I think that the final walk is close to what it needs, but I think it needs more of a moment to earn the finale so that it feels more triumphant. And I think that as a result of the pacing and the length, we get information. We get a very small amount of information throughout the game, paced in extremely quick bursts that are spread out between long sections. And so when you get to this final burst of information, this final moment, it's like it doesn't link well, because in the end, she doesn't forgive herself, and she doesn't necessarily ask for help either. It's just the serendipity of Amelie repeating the thing she said in the previous loop, but it works this time, which is odd. Like, it just doesn't feel like her stepping back off that ledge was as earned as it should be, even though it's a good ending and the message is good and it did some of the homework. It feels like this was a project that I would give like a C or a B rather than an A. You know what I mean? Yeah. So White Mage Boar mentions here, like, I agree that the narrative is pushing towards healing would be a good step to take in a series about trauma, but all we really have is just a friend reached out to me at the right moment, which is true. Like, that can be a meaningful thing. That's what this thesis statement on the screen is right now. But it makes the actual experience of the narrative climax feel a little bit less meaningful to me. Virgin says she did actually say something different there that matches what I understand about suicide counseling. I'm not saying that it's completely different, but I'm saying that it's not completely different, I guess, in terms of like the wording and like the proper approach to it. But what I'm saying is that from a thematic standpoint, like, this game can either be a PSA about how to approach someone who is dealing with suicidal ideation, or you can have like a narrative that is trying to be about that. You know what I mean? And so when you have the character basically just say, hey, don't go, let's go shopping. And like, just the posing of that is like, yeah, that might work in a real life situation because you're making plans for the future and you're giving them hope for the future. But in the narrative moment that's communicated in is a little bit strange, because we already had that conversation earlier and we just sort of brushed her off. And now in our moment of biggest grief, it works. And she just keeps texting us and we just keep listening and reading it, even though we brush it off. Like, I understand what the game is doing, and I think that that's really valid. Like, I think that the approach here and the intention here is really good. What I'm saying is that from a narrative perspective, it doesn't feel particularly as impactful as it could if that moment was something that had been built up a little bit more or had a little bit more strength behind it for Anita's character. Because in the end, we're going through arcs of her understanding the situation better and getting stronger and running away from the monster that's chasing her and taking in all these memories. But then even at the end, she's still at her lowest, when she should, after that walk where she's like, I'm so happy, I had Amelie, I saw the drawings. Even though she went through all of that, she goes up the stairs and still is at her lowest point, when like it makes the most sense for that to be the point where she's finally has enough esteem to help herself as well. Now, that's not how it works in real life, obviously, but that's how a story is written, and stories communicate meaning, and meaning in art is how you portray a message. That's how you send a message. So I think the game crosses over a little bit in its attempt at portraying the real and correct way to go about things. It gets in its own way as a narrative, which is a little bit odd. Now, all things considered, did I hate this? No, I thought this was fine. This was a short game. It was 2 hours and 30 minutes, almost exactly. That's fine. This was great. This was great for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I paid nothing for it. The music was banging. Monster design, really cool. Dug that. Could have done more and done without just chase segments. There They don't bother me. I'm not the type to like turn off the monsters in Soma, for example, but I at the same time could have just like done a little bit more, you know? This was not terrible. I'm sure there are people online talking shit about it and saying it's like the worst thing that they've ever played and it's embarrassing and you should just like delete it off your hard drive and Konami made a misstep again. I don't think that's the case. I think that this is a thing that was made with good intentions, that was probably screwed over during development due to COVID. It was seen as like too hot topic. We got to wait a while to publish it. And like, it was a small project that was turned into something that was maybe a little bit more meaningful for the people that were making it than maybe a full commercial product. You know, like this is not a commercial product. That's the thing. It's a brand marketing exercise. It's a marketing shtick, but it's not terrible. And honestly, I did think like a lot of the lore was interesting. This idea of the witches of this Eastern and Western philosophy melding. I like the idea of Silent Hill not just being Silent Hill. I like the idea of a cult religion that is forming and has these grudges building in it and these situations that are making things difficult for different people and manifesting their fears and their sins and their regrets in a really interesting way. That's cool. So I actually don't think everything in this game sucked. Like, this was cool. Did I think it was subtle at all? No. This was just, you know, it's just like an okay game. Games can just be okay. That's fine. Sage says this is at the very least a step forward. Yeah, I definitely think so. And I think that that's also like that synergizes well with the meaning of the game. At the very beginning, I had that moment where I was talking about like they talk about rebuilding this dump that's been screwed over for years and years and years. And at first it had Japanese investment and the Japanese pulled out and now it has Chinese investment and now they're able to do things. You know, that's like interesting. That's like meta commentary kind of about Konami and about Silent Hill itself. So to see the game be about pulling itself back from the brink of terrible decisions and like maybe stepping towards a more hopeful future, that's actually something I really like. Like, I think that works pretty well if you think about it from that perspective. So it's not terrible. That wasn't an awful experience. Will I ever play this again? No. Do I think it's as good as PT? Absolutely not. Do I forgive Konami for their horrible sins and for killing all of my favorite franchises and for firing Hideo Kojima? Fuck no. Up yours, Konami.